Morning everybody, welcome to my first video for a long time. We're actually live, and in the background you can see Cody's messing with some tree at the moment, and myself obviously, and
I'm not messing with myself.
Well, and behind Cody's you have Chris, all the gear, no idea, and we're all coming to take down this tower and this antenna. Now unfortunately the previous owner has passed away, and we're doing this as a favour for the relatives, and we're going to get rid of it. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it live. I've not got any sort of I'll just say master plan. Yeah, I haven't got any sort of scheme or anything like that, so it's just a case of we're going to be live, and that's the end of it. We can't see the chat because I'm not on a tablet and a PC as well. It's just my phone in the garden, but there's no parking here. But this tree has definitely parked in the way. We're going to have to tell it to go away because it's just not playing fair. What I am going to do though is I'm going to plug my phone into the mains. That's one thing we do have is power.
Names your offers, Chris.
Yeah, push. Oh, I think I put them on the floor in there.
That's it. So we're now live and on mains power, so we shouldn't be dying. And yeah, you can just watch us working.
Or not.
Or not working, as the case may be. Right, let's get on the floor. There's the base.
Just know it's all about the base.
It's all about the base. About the base. No adults. Yes, unfortunately there's no adult supervision here. So if it comes crashing down, send help. Yeah. Head.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Okay, so that's the bolt for the luffing cable.
See if you can get anywhere with them.
See if I can get that part away. Yeah, you might.
That's good. Take the top off. Sweating already.
Chris is getting naked. I haven't set this for kids, so you're alright if you get naked.
Wish I'd brought my chainsaw down. I would have got him at the bottom there.
I didn't know if you would, and I didn't know whether it'd catch on anything, Chris.
Yeah, I would have had to have been careful, but I probably could have got the bags out.
I've got the club hammer and a big spike there. so, you know, even if we have to smash it. Because originally, looking at it, that root started in a pot,
Oh, right, okay.
and it was just placed by the bottom of the tree.
I wonder what sort of plant it is. I've got no idea. It seems like
Well,
some kind of sucker.
It's green,
It climbs.
it's tree-like, is it a
That's
shrub?
epic. I love that.
Is it a shrubbery?
I think it is a strawberry. My bushcraft saw that in my amazing days.
Right, there's the base. I can't see any safety interlock on it. It's purely held up by that cable.
For some reason I thought the buildings were a lot deeper than this. I didn't realise the canal was so close.
Yeah, it's freaky how close it is actually, isn't it, Chris?
Probably could have filled the road back in trying to excavate this.
Yeah, well, I've still got to excavate round the front because that's the bit that the base goes towards your legs out there.
Oh, does it? But it really is thick with branches and
Yeah.
room through the middle, as you say. I think we'll get it, but it's going to be a bit.
Bit of a thing.
You can get a saw in there.
This one as well, Paul. Can you hit that one
There's
from
a
there?
bar there. There's a bar there, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's what I was being careful with. It's always. So I went for this
Yeah.
for plan B.
Got it.
There is it.
This one, that one there.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's starting to move this side, but it's not going in quite deep, really.
Okay.
Yeah, go on. So that was tight against the tower there, so it's coming out.
This one,
That's this one here as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash that out.
Yeah, George.
Yeah, go on.
You have to stand behind it just in case it flies through.
It's split into bits. So. Christofi has gone live.
11 o'clock.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. Near the church bell.
said that the Queen missed the Remembrance Parade because she sprained her leg.
Back it said. Unless it's changed, it said back if you
The
when I drove
just
up.
said it's sprained, she sprained her leg. I don't think she was ever going to go to it.
She wanted to, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, I heard that she was going to be standing on a balcony in Whitehall rather than actually walk to the cenotaph. But, she's getting on a bit now, so.
Until she gets to my age, she'll know about
All of that.
that.
We can split it down the bottom. Split the ball. See, I've cut that off already, that bit.
Yeah.
If we can split the root ball along here, then this will tilt.
Sorry. Sorry. First guess, Walter.
I didn't bring the first aid kit. Mind you, I think I've got one in the boot of the car.
Always got running water with one.
That can be putting away at that root ball.
Yeah. Just see whether we need to cut all of it or just a bit of it, you know, because it's just here. Anything that clears that section of tower is what we need to do, so. Yeah, that's what it started life in.
It does look as though that'll be in the canal.
Yeah.
No, I kept saying that to him, but it tilts from here,
My
doesn't it?
guess is it's not going to be in the canal.
I brought a load of tape ready with me.
So have I. Because I've got to work out what size lorry I'm going to need.
I do think it's going to take the greenhouse out. But that's epic, that saw. I need one of them. Put one of them on my Christmas
Amazon
list.
wish list,
From
yes.
from the wife. What do you want for Christmas?
A sword.
Once you get rid of all this crud that's falling down, it's nothing to
There's not actually a lot
It's
there.
bad,
really.
but it's not as bad as it was at first glance.
Can you cut through that?
That one, yeah.
That's that whole bit there. Yeah, it's this bit here. See, I wonder whether trying to winch it up might actually take some of that up now that it's free from the.
You can give that a go if you want.
Well, the winch is round by Chris there. That's the lift and lower.
I wish I brought that 5 litres of WD-40 I've got. That might have gone somewhere to open. I know I've said I need one, but I don't know what the hell I'd use it for.
Next time you take a tower out,
Yeah.
it'll be the ideal tool.
Yeah. Next time.
Next lifetime.
Yeah, pull it.
Is that what it was, maybe?
It wasn't
I
a
don't think
cobble
it was one of
flower.
them.
Get it molded still for it, don't
That break off at that.
you? See if I can twist it.
You can get at this one. Surprised we've got a signal from YouTube here. I've only got LTE or 3G. Yeah. Can you get your hand on that word? Pull that one towards you.
Yeah.
That break.
Sometimes it's good to be a fat bastard. Fingers clear.
Yeah. That's extended, isn't it?
Moving up.
That would break the winch, is it?
Yeah, don't force it. You get some
Some
more.
bit of jam, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's this now. This is a foot one. Which spurs off
Comes off
that.
that. Yeah.
I don't think I can
So
get
that
in there.
one is actually loose in there, Paul.
Which one?
This one on the edge, but there's another one closer in. That one I've cut off.
Yeah.
That one needs to come off there.
Yeah, it's this one. This one.
You might have to just chisel out it with your bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's breaking it, isn't it? You can just kind of move it a bit. I might get this on and just the way it's landed.
It's actually broken off. There's nothing holding any of that in the middle now. Yeah. Buckets of water.
Do you think it's fully down? I wouldn't like it to drop. Your fingers in there.
Yeah, well, it's not on any tension here at the winch.
Careful putting your hands in there, Paul, there's some decent knots. Well done. That's all, isn't it?
So that's what's that? That's the bit that's through.
Is that still all cutting?
If I start spontaneously bursting into song, I mustn't on the radio as well.
I'm glad we're holding your attention.
If we get this root bowl out, then it's ready to come.
Sure.
Yeah.
For your viewers.
There you go. For the well, show it to the viewers then.
It's the George's live stream giveaway. Oh, and it's just broke.
Pretty much it, isn't it?
It's just that bit further, isn't it? Maybe behind the lattice there, George.
Can you see where it is to get any cut, is it?
Yeah, there, right under my leg.
Just like I say, that looks like that's the original pot. It was.
Yeah.
There is a pot there.
Right, push it the other way this time. See if Chris can get in and get another root.
You can see something there.
Just dig out underneath first.
Got the root. That'll be it.
So, can you see it? Looks like that.
Another one fastened on. That one, Chris?
I always like to cut towards some of this femoral artery.
That's all right. Makes for interesting video.
You see where it is. God, that's a big one.
Hey, for a small pot plant, it didn't do too bad, did it?
No.
Assume that this is all loose.
Big, try and fill this up. This little waste.
Concrete.
That's why I had a look in the shed for see if there was an old shovel spade, but there isn't. Is there anything in there?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, that one.
Don't know, I haven't looked in. This is concrete here as well, but this is all the patio. Oh, there you go. There's a soft bit.
It's about behind you. Feels as though it's concrete down there.
But it should be.
But is the tower embedded in concrete?
It should be about 1.5 tons of concrete below this to hold the weight.
Should be. Depends whether he did it or not.
But
Well,
how do you get the bolts then? Or is it not bolted in?
It should just tilt that way. It should just. You know,
This is free, as we
this is
understand
free.
It's
because
fixed to
on
this
here.
one, and this one will be.
This
bolted
cable
down.
is the one that's holding it from going over under its own weight.
Yeah, this is the,
Oh, so that isn't actually bolted down to the floor there?
This bit isn't. This bit is.
That bit is.
This bit should be completely free. As I say, with everything out of here, that should turn and that should raise now.
Am I going the right way here, Ryan?
Well, you should be tightening the cable.
Yeah. It's going.
Yeah, I can see some of the cables are jammed in the pulleys with hood and that.
Yeah. Well, that lever on the top of the winch there should hold it in place to stop it unwinding by
That
itself. Yeah. You should be able to push it against the ratchet, and it should.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah.
So find a notch, and it should.
No.
Maybe we wound it the wrong way onto the drum.
Or maybe somebody's actually turned it over because that should click on both sides.
That's.
That's if it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder whether he's overwound it or something like that and not fitted it correctly. Because there should be a method of keeping it up and staying up.
Yeah, this is stopping it winding up.
Yeah, so if you undo that,
Yeah. It's locked now.
so if, yeah, that's not going to come down either, is it?
No. So I need somebody to undo that now. It's stuck on.
What do you need to undo?
Hit it with a hammer.
Lump hammer. You got it. Let's have a look.
Because at that point to lower it down so there's no weight on it. Then.
Yeah. But because that's moved up a little bit, it's still free to drop. So be careful if you put your fingers in it now.
Right.
I wonder if it'll pry back down with a bar.
It should do.
Where's your car keys, George? I'll grab a drink. Will it unlock from here?
It might do, but
I'll take them with me now.
Take them with you.
So anything you want?
Bring the bottles of water in.
They in the boot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if I can just leave it down
Leave it
again.
down against, yeah. So I think we just
So we'll
One,
run things. So what are you going to do to decide whether it's to tilt it or not then?
well, we've got to get this end away from the base. So the base of this tilts away from the fixed point
I mean, you're just going to excavate more down there.
and bring it this way.
It might lift over that.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, rather than dig it all out, because it's only going to hinge back. I reckon it's going to clear around about here,
Yeah, I'd have thought it would.
and then we can push it over and away we go.
Well, this is all very soft anyway.
It should only be surface, because underneath should be, as I say, a great big lump of concrete. Oh, there we go, but it hasn't. It ratchets both ways, so now it's tight that way and it won't come down. Yeah, see, that's where it will clear.
Don't in the legs, George.
Cheers. So this should come this way now. But,
Don't think it's got any locking bolts toward
well,
it.
that's what I'm wondering, because I haven't found them yet, but that doesn't mean to say they're not there, because I would expect them to be there. So if you dig in, there's the pulley, that luffing cable comes down and that comes to here. And I'm just trying to feel around the base of the tower to see if there's any other locking bolts. This gravel obviously shouldn't be here. That's grown in over the years. The joyous sound of youth.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody I knew looking in, because this is my old stomping ground. I think maybe the local scout group or something. There used to be a dibbing there.
There's the crossbar. There's the base support bar. There's the luffing pulley. That's the end stop.
I'm interested about it because I've got gloves in.
Can do if you want this. I'm just going to get the bar.
Almost looks as though it's concreted in, but
No,
I
it's
can't
not.
believe it is.
Right, I'm stopping you. Go on then. In you go. Oh, that's good.
No, I think it's not quite done. 50-50 from up there, just when you're thinking ahead.
Yeah. Hello, John.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, got it.
Right, need some down action now. Lots of down.
Good.
And that, as they say, will be it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But it's plenty, Paul, actually. You could go up a little bit, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, you would say that.
Yeah, I'll leave it there because
Yeah,
I can get
lock it off there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Them ones might be alright. I don't know. Yeah, frost. The motator. Yeah. The other one, the other one was, it went to that rotator on the
Oh, right,
other bit.
okay.
But yeah, they are 24 volt actually.
Yeah.
It's used mains cable to.
That's why I didn't want to cut that cable earlier.
You've got no sense of adventure, Paul.
I've got sense of adventure and I value life.
Boring.
I'll probably do this in the bedroom there.
What I need to do under the U-bolts.
I mean, do it, no, I did to it, I won't do it on this side, there's nothing.
Okay.
But the thing's kind of pivot. Kind of, talking about it,
You get the boom and the other element off.
So, what size wire are you doing today?
Well, if you measure it, go on.
I've got that.
I've got it. I've got it. Well, this top cage will come off the top of the tower and split it up.
Yeah.
So you'll only have to go as far as
Here.
there.
It's like start to think about looking onto the floor and stuff.
My nuts work perfectly well. should be a... No, I think that's the solid boom. No.
No, I wasn't going to. It'll come out now, we'll find it.
We're all at the top end of the garden. Let's see if I can change. Yeah. Don't know if the sound's working, but we've got the tower down. I'm just taking the elements off the top. And what a piece of work that was today.
He could do this in his live stream. Yes, at the Jubilee Eclipse. In my pocket. Yeah, it should, once it's undone from the rotator at the top, it's quite. In the top, just push the glue bit at the top. Most of them. And Philip
Hey, we're getting there. To be fair, when George took this on, I thought this was going to be a bit impossible, but as it's gone between the three of us, it's going all right.
Overdone, because obviously bought this bit. The aluminium as well, haven't they? That's galvanic action. It's a lot of galvanic. I love the sun though. Tightest bolt possible on the cemeteries. Matching section.
Was.
Oh, very plausible doing this.
We've had enough of playing that. It's all going to take if you want to try and slide it. That is some thick wall tube. Drink time. Say hello to the crew.
Especially if they're going to get it through the house.
Have a roof, if we have to. Well, the neighbours have said we can go out their side
If we
gate.
take the fence panels out.
It's a case to get off the spin side, take all the cables off, the cage off the line as much as possible before we even think about anything like that. Yeah.
Any more to do up there? What about that one on back at greenhouse?
That's got that one over the back's got to come out as well, but I don't know how we're going to get
I
there.
think like you said, drink first and then worry about Oh,
I didn't think it was going to come out, being honest. When I
Oh,
saw that
I
root at
did.
the bottom, I thought, right, there's a bit enough of it here.
like the winch and everything still works on it.
Yeah.
To say all the slap on it's down to WD or something.
So we've got up this a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it worked well as well. I bet it was effective.
One pen a bit, so I'll have a look inside the pen. It's different shed back now. It was a really old bike in there with a dynamo on. Yeah. I think it's a dynamo.
There you go, Chris. To the base.
Put it on the back.
22 foot. So 20-foot sections.
Yeah.
The gutter must be quite small then.
The what?
The guttering, because it was higher than the gutter.
Yeah. 20-foot sections. 3 sections.
60 footer plus the
Plus
extra.
yeah.
To get 70 foot out of it. Which in a domestic garden this size is bloody amazing.
Yeah, it's going to work about putting it up.
He must have been a lot younger when he dug that hole.
Yeah.
So what are we now looking to do today? Get this section off,
Get this section off and the base section
out,
out of the concrete.
Yeah.
And that's just bolted in at the top.
and that's it, yeah?
And that's it.
Do you think we'll lift it?
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, if it's rested down at that end on the floor, and between the three of us, 2 of us shouldering it, and
We've
one
only got to
maneuvering
lift it sideways a foot. 'Cause
And
that's
then,
about the width of the tower, isn't it? And drop it on whatever's in the garden. Just so that we can clear the thing. 'Cause as I said to her, we're not taking it away today because we haven't got a vehicle big enough for it.
What size truck then now?
20 foot, you might get it in a 7.5 ton
I think you'd struggle.
flatbed trailer. Well, a flatbed transit with the roof bar to get it over
Yeah.
an angle, but it depends on how tall it is at the front end.
Yeah. You've got to imagine that that's going to be at, I don't know, 35 to 45 degrees over the cab, and how tall that makes.
And will it fit under local bridges?
Yeah.
As long as it's less than 16 foot, I can get it under anything. It's just the balance will be the thing then.
Yeah.
But what I would do is once we're in the street, I would split the sections out
Yeah.
so that they're not all in, you know, because there isn't enough space to split them out here,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
Because it means we're going to have to lift it in one piece.
Come and talk to your disciples. You might as well let them know what's going on and where we're at.
Right.
That's if it's still live. That's if they can hear you.
That's if we, well, according to that, we're live. I don't know, the microphone should be running. Yeah. Okay, so there we are. You hear chickens. That's the kids in the canal. Yes, Brett, it is heavy. I don't know if... Have I got audio? Can somebody just put in the chat whether I've got audio or not? Hi, Brett, yeah. Can you hear us? Ah, brilliant. Okay, we've got all... Someone will pinch that if they leave it overnight. I tell you what, if you can lift it, Graham, you're welcome to it. Because you can't get it through the house. The plan at the moment is to drop the rotator cage off, split it off the base post, get the base post out of the concrete, and then we're going to leave it until I can get some suitable sized vehicle, and I'm probably looking at maybe an 18 tonner to get this thing out. We're going to have to go through the neighbour's fence and out of their front gate, because there's no way we can get it through the house here, and we can't get it over the soft roof because the weight will just pull the extension roof down. So we are going to have to go out the side gate at some stage. So yeah, it'll go in your field, no problem. Graham, if you want it, you can put in your bids, because once we get it out, as long as I can recover my costs from the transport, it will be up for sale. I was thinking of putting it at home to replace my one, but that would mean me digging an even bigger hole to put the concrete in, and I can't be bothered with all the work. We don't need to break it out, Graham. It's only bolted to the floor. The base post will just unbolt, and we, if we have to, we're just going to cut them with grinding wheels and just cut them out with cutting discs, so that the base post comes off the floor. But the aerials didn't go in the canal, so Cody's was wrong. I think we're just going to have a bit of a break now, because what I can do is I'm going to swap the camera around, and I'm going to take you portable. Let's, oh, yeah, right, okay. There are bits in the shed. There's a bike in there. What I'm going to do, let's turn the camera around. So this is what we're dealing with at the moment. This is the ground that we're working on. As you see, it's a bit of a beast of a garden. Here's the rotator cage that we're going to be taking off, and that just splits off with 3 bolts there. Get off me, spider. I didn't invite passengers. And that's the end of the garden. Now I'm going to go close to the edge. But as you see, the garden drops from the fence straight into the canal. So we've just measured this tower, and it's 20 foot in each section. So when it was erect, and I can say erect, when it was erect, it was 60 foot plus the 10 foot on top with a rotator cage and the mast that was in there. So it would have been 70 foot tall when it was up in the garden. And he's got everything fed. I'm going to switch camera again. That's rolls of heliax cable. Very, very low loss, horrendously expensive at times. But there's 2 metre and 70 sems antennas. There's a rotator there that was on those. There's the HF beam. There's the other element for it. We've got to split that down. But yes, we're going to bring all of this down, and unfortunately, because I forgot my roof rack, it's not going to go in my car today. But there we go. So let's switch back to here. I hope we could get RTE, Andrew. Yes, very nice heliax actually, Graham. It's LDF 250. It's not 450. It's not what was known in the trade as donkey cock. It's the thinner stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. It's cable, and it's horrendously expensive. What's the beam? My guess is it's, looking at the length of it, maybe 20 metres, maybe 40 metres. It's certainly a long beast. It's wider than the garden. It hangs over the neighbour's fence. It's 20 foot long end to end. It could be 20 metres actually, with traps on it to bring it down in length. So 2 element on 20 metres, 2 element on 10 metres. 40 will be a bit of a stretch. So it's it is. There was a 6 metre aerial on top of the mast as well, so that's a thing. I can hear the other two chuckling in there. They're having a good laugh. Oh dear. Oh, we've been going on for an hour. An hour of this. You've been watching me for an hour. Or watching us work.
Building inspectors and looking at the dodgy wiring.
All right. Okay. And have you said it's condemned?
It's definitely not to code.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So, what can I say now? Well, here's Cody's. He's coming out. He's going to say a few words. I'm sure he is.
Nope.
No.
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 Camera shy.
It's camera shy now. But yes. There you go.
To be honest, right, when we first came to look at this, me and George, we stepped out into this garden and I looked up at it and I looked down at it and I saw the tree root at the bottom and I gave him a nudge and said, come on, let's walk away. It was a bit of a leap of faith, but yeah, between the three of us, we've managed to get it down and now we've just got to get it out of here. So how that's going to go? Who knows?
That's for another day because we won't have the daylight today to do it. By the time we've cut the bolts off at the bottom of the base there, we've still got to excavate.
Do you notice how I keep saying we?
All right, okay. We. we. We didn't need the climbing rope.
No, I've brought an old rope in the car as well.
Yeah. But yes. Yeah. How we're going to get that one from down there? It looks like there's another beam behind the shed, as well as that vertical antenna in the corner there. That trap vertical. I don't know if you can just see it in the picture. It's this side of the picture. It's up there. Shame, Dom, I did pass your work this morning in the fog. It was very foggy round Stafford. As I came up, I even had to put the fog lights on the car because I couldn't see where I was going and couldn't see the people in front of me or the people behind me. But, you know, at 150 mile an hour, the speed cameras don't work. Not in the fog. I'm not that irresponsible. There's Chris. Chris Aldergear, no idea. Could have dropped in for a bacon bap. I could have done, but then it would have made me late to pick Paul up because he's still carless.
Who's offering bacon butties?
Dom said we could call him to his work for a bacon bap.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, bit of a trek though.
Is it dinner time yet?
I don't know.
It's not far, is it? It's only 50 minutes.
An hour down, an hour back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine for a bacon butty.
Mm. Still got these bits here.
Yeah,
Everything is covered in wire.
Yeah. I don't know how that's bed under the floor, but it is somehow.
That's what I'm just about to find out. It's probably under that root now, isn't it?
Probably.
Yep.
Let me grab a drink before we start pulling and heaving.
There's a plastic coffee there if you want some, George.
No, this water will do for me.
There you go.
Yeah, just a bit overgrown, Benji. But don't forget, keep hydrated. It's good for you. Yeah, nice one, Simon. Yeah, cup of real coffee. Yeah, I think there might be a cup of real coffee somewhere else. That's part of the G5 RV that we cut earlier.
Yeah, every time I try and pull a piece of branch off, I get
piece of copper wire.
Yeah, comes attached.
Pull that away and see if I can roll it up. Definitely a homemade G5RV, this one. This isn't your standard antenna wire.
A bit much.
Yeah, I'm just trying to cut through it so it'll
This
pull
looks
it
like transformer wire.
I took out a useful one.
You do, for cutting other people's trees down.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get the giant Swedish nutfucker.
I've got a big powered gun there, an enormous nut destroyer, if you look in my box.
Alright.
At the bottom.
That one.
Yeah, that should destroy anything nicely.
To work out what nuts they are.
It's tragic, that box.
And hopefully I can get into the tower cage. Should be able to.
Ah, there's a smaller gun in that. I thought you were doing the big nuts.
Well, they are. They're up at the top, bottom of the rotator cage. Look like 7C.
Could even be Imperial given its age.
Guess what? There's a missing one, 19.
Oh, they must go in there to start with. They must be in the box. I'll go look for it.
Come back in the week or so to take it away. Not a problem.
Well, she flogged it. She's flogged it. Yeah. Ah. Man has found.
That thing to lose its cherry, that trigger's never been pulled in anger. So you're the first to break it to where you're not cutting the cherry. If it goes in.
I'll need the ball joint out of my socket set. Might do it.
Do it loose. Roll that.
Found plant pot.
become clear. I don't think there's anything more to undo, is there?
Only the main pivot bolt once we drop its head down to the floor.
Is that what we're doing now, drop it to the floor?
Yeah. It will be at that end.
Mm-hmm.
I think your feet can take some new up.
Do you want this tip down now?
Yeah, if we tip it right down to the floor. Because I don't, well, will extending it? No, that will change the pivot point.
I don't know, unless you're going to test sections out, it's not going to get any lighter. If you do get a full out, you might not get that again. We are going to see if we can stand in the chance of lifting the pivot. That'll work out.
That's it. That's as far as that will go, yeah. Yeah, that's what I've just done. It's maybe
Wondering
undo
if
the
we
bolt.
can extend it enough to rest the head on the floor, take some of the weight rather than have it as a loose dead weight.
Yeah, the other thing is undo this and collapse it down. But we're still going to have to get it from here around there.
Yeah. That's what, you know, that's another day.
Yeah, I still think, like Chris says, you might need a bit more muscle than us.
Yeah. I think we're going to need a few of us.
And they'd rather to get it on the truck.
Yeah. So the thing is, we could split the sections in the street
Yeah,
and then make them, you know, make it individual sections, and it will be a third of the weight.
Yeah, but you do that the length to go.
Can't split it in here, no, there's not enough space in here, which is a shame. What I do was that,
Take it out through the window in the extension.
isn't it in a direct line?
We've got two small ones at the top. They're not a side opening, so I can't take the window out. Otherwise, it would have gone through the side window.
Yeah, in one ear.
Yeah.
Can't even push it sideways.
You're not going to get that over here.
No.
It's going to have to go through, and to get through, we're going to have to clear this as well.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that it doesn't tilt all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
See, that means we can't take the weight off that end of it, doesn't
Well, that's why I was thinking if we could extend it so that the head reaches the ground,
Yeah.
at least we'll have some of the weight.
Yeah, maybe.
So if we take it vertical again, how much does it have to come out by? 10 feet? Or 5
Well,
feet?
even at that angle, it's just going to poke into the canal, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't want it in the canal, we just need it on the end of the garden.
But what I mean is, if you extend that where it is at the angle, and that's as far as it'll go down, it's just gonna, you know, it's just gonna poke through the fence. It's not gonna. You'd have to have something underneath it, propping it,
Mm.
like a couple of wheelie bins laid on the sides.
Will it move?
How do you mean?
Will it wind?
Yeah, it should wind once we're clear.
But winder's up there, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. We can bring it down on that winch,
Yeah.
take it vertical again, wind it, and then drop it down. Now that we know it goes over,
Yeah.
I think I'd rather try and climb that and see if I can just reach it.
fair enough, Chris. Yeah. You're the tall one. I can put my weight on here, and it's still heavier than.
100 seconds, is it? It is moving.
I'm not sure about
Well, there was the platform that goes on there for you to stand on.
Yeah, let's get the platform. Where is that one?
There's a platform.
Yeah.
It just hooks over the that top,
The only thing, if I do wind it out a bit, it won't go back in, will it?
not under its own weight.
No. That's something to bear in mind.
Not unless we get it vertical. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. If it's vertical, and then it just makes it longer to get out.
A lot of effort to wind that back up, though. I know it's doable, but it's a it's a weight to put back up.
It's a weight, yeah.
You know, it's coming down on it under its own weight. But
I'm really surprised it didn't tilt all the way over and go down. I mean, it's actually, I don't know how much difference it will make, but it's actually, it's solid down there. It's actually on Jubilee stuff here.
Oh, that's the earth strap he's put on, yeah. The Jubilee clip's nothing. That's just a.
you take these bolts out.
Yeah.
It'll pivot down.
It should, yeah.
Yeah, all we've got to do is lift it off then.
Lift it. You know, is this a?
That's
is this
the
like
only-
a bolt that goes all the way through?
Yes.
So you undo both of these, and then that knocks out of the inside.
Yeah, you tap it through and it
Right.
comes off.
So we do that, and it's naturally going to want to sit
Hit the
down
deck.
at that end, isn't it? So it's
Yeah.
going to tip up. So
And the winch should hold it to stop it going too vertical too quickly.
yeah, because it's it'll be locked off as tight as
As tight as this
it needs
cable
to
will
be, and
be,
then
yeah.
we'll unwind it, and it'll lower down to the ground. Then it's just personally, until we've sorted this bottom bit out, I would undo these, but leave the pin in,
Leave the pin in.
and don't lower this down. I'd just leave this rested on here, because if we put this down at floor level, it's going to be harder to lift up and move.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of when you've got your truck, your wagon, whatever you're getting, it'll be easier to manoeuvre it if it's already at some height.
Not on the floor.
Yeah. And it all depends whether the angle of the dangle through those fence posts. So we don't want to be damaging property or scraping their lovely drive, because it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you do something with a badge, you could put it on there.
I said that to him when we come last
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, if they got a barge, we could just extend it out and take it out section by section onto the canal.
If we batten a few canoes together, that'd do it.
Kids, come back.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if you put it down on the floor, it's going to be harder at a later date. But if we
You've got to kind of leave it safe. Kids who might break in and start jumping on it.
yeah.
Want to leave it in an unsafe.
So yeah, at the bottom of these three flat veins are where the bolts are in the floor. And then once those bolts are gone, the whole thing's free.
Well, maybe then undo the bolts
And push it forward.
and push it forward,
Push
and
it
then
that way.
then it's all on the floor. And then next time you come, then you take them out, and
Yeah, can do.
Well, it's where it falls on its way down, that's all. And how much damage it does to the structure.
It shouldn't do any damage to the structure.
I can
I
put
would
a
have thought.
wheelie bin on the end so it doesn't drop all the way to the floor. You know, I can lay the wheelie bin down on the floor rather than.
I
it
think
vertical.
it'd crush a
Yeah, it might do.
lay down one, but
Well, yeah, it might do, but. Yeah, you're now thinking of taking it through the living room.
I'm not. I'm looking at. I'm looking at the chat.
I thought you were on about taking the window out and taking it through the living room instead of around the side.
Just going straight through at the front door.
Yeah. You're just going straight through the front window. Just deciding on a plan. isn't it?
Rather than pushing it to the floor, you could undo these here.
Yeah.
To say let it go up, but if it was tied on here with a rope, you could at least push it up and it'd drop onto a rope, but it'd only drop that far. And it could be lowered to the floor.
Yeah, and that way at least it'd be safe.
Push it this way, keep away from the house and everything.
Yeah.
We might not get them out, we might not get that pin out, there might be too much weight on it.
It's designed to come out with the weight on it because that's how you assemble them.
Right. Bigger.
Bigger. Bigger than 24. I can get the big adjustable out the car.
I wonder how they lifted it on there in the first place.
Usually, just by sheer brute strength, you pick it up and you rest it on like it is, and you put the bolt in. Now, whether you have a, like you say, have a stand at the end so that it's flat rather than tilted, whether you jack that end up so that it's flat, so that the weight is evenly balanced, and
This was
you
probably
don't have.
put up before that extension, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was.
So they could have had they built all sorts of stuff in here to help them with that.
Yeah, I would imagine they'd have dug the hole and put the concrete in well before that extension was built.
We could have pushed their car trailer in here and had that and at that.
Who knows, they might have had that pole under the end of the...
Your big adjustables fit that would need two though, because it's got bolts on either side.
Depends if it spins. It might be rusted.
Could try you not put the one at first.
Yeah, if I get the big adjustable, we'll see how we go.
Within hope. No, I've only got climbing rope with me, which means it's a bit stretchy.
30.
Oh, there's a load of garden implements in there. There might have been a shovel and stuff. Did you look in there?
No, I didn't.
That moved.
Yeah, this side's not moving, so you're good.
Well, not that good because we've got to get the pin out.
Yeah. So if this side moves as well, then
Now I'll have to look in my big socket set at home of the 30mm socket. Or the 30mm spanner.
you got a socket for that now.
Not
No, we
here.
haven't got one. Try the other side, Joe, if you take it all out.
Yeah, they're nylock nuts.
Because we'll leave the nuts on to give it a twat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pin moves then.
Yeah, spinning the other side, Joe.
Is it?
Yeah.
So we know then we knock that side and it'll come out this way.
Yeah, you haven't got any, we'll mangle the threads up a bit, but I haven't got anything we can grab that thread with to stop it spinning. Big
No.
pair of mould grits might
I haven't brought anything.
No, I don't think I have either. I'll go and have a look. Can you just pass us the big hammer to see if it moves? Because
Where
in
are
theory we've only got to get one off, haven't we?
Yeah.
In here.
Yeah, in that cardboard box, in that
Oh, there's
plastic
the
box.
big lump hammer on the
Oh,
bench.
this one's the one here.
Oh yeah, there's that'll be it.
Yeah, she's coming out. Yeah,
Looks very rusty.
probably haven't moved in a few years.
Yeah.
We might have to bash it out with a bar from the socket set or something like that.
Yeah,
Should
well, I'm just
should
gonna
take
do
a
it bit
quarter
more.
inch.
Pretty solid that.
Wonder if we can take some of the weight off it by having it level.
Oh yeah, it moved then. That must be the balance point maybe.
Yeah. So having
Right,
it.
that's moving now actually. You might have just got it there.
Let's lock the winch off. It's spinning here now.
So to hold that, don't we?
We need another Swedish nut fucker.
I don't think I'll have anything that big. I'm sure I won't.
I don't have anything
I'll
with
tell
me.
you what, pull the weight back on again. Take it off. Maybe it'll grab it again.
Has that stopped it moving?
Yeah. Oh,
Get some more
That
weight
has.
on it.
And now it's not moving.
oh god, when you do that, there must be a ton of weight on this thing.
It's not spinning now.
No.
Nothing I can do at the minute. is
You can speak to the audience.
there? I just have done.
Again,
Yeah. I wave.
you waved.
Right, I'll tell you when it's loose, just put some weight on it again. Let's tighten up again. That loose there. This is where it all becomes a little bit unfeasibly scary. Mind you, if that bolt's out, in theory, if you've got enough on that winch, you can just winch it down, can't you? So it touches the floor. It shouldn't come off here.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
That's the thought, but I think
It
we
should.
might put a safety rope on it.
It should just pivot, yeah.
Well, we've got the rope there.
Yeah.
You want to drag that over, Paul, and then we
Yeah.
can. Chris, if you want to tie it off, because you'll be better at tying than I am. I can get that pin out.
Is this good rope or?
It's good.
Oh, no, I mean you don't want to damage a good rope. I've got an old rope in the car.
Well, it's up to you. It's good rope. I don't think we're going to damage it, though, are we?
No, I think you'd never climb on it again because it's a climbing rope, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to climb on it?
I'm not.
Well, is anybody? Because you can't be doing this with it, somebody's going to climb on it.
No.
Right, okay.
I don't think I'm ever going to be climbing, Chris. I'm not. Not the right shape. It was left over from the brother-in-law. I don't know how he's wrapped it.
Good job with it. I think we can find it down.
There. I mean, it's red.
Oh. That's actual. Tell you what, I'll go and get my rope. Because I've got
Foiled by a rope.
I've got no idea how he's tied that off. I can't find the end on it. I'll go and find my rope. With my rope naked anyway.
We'll probably have to go down that side to get to that area at the back, won't we?
I'll do that while you and Chris are doing this.
Fair enough.
Three's too many to do this. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Not enough room.
When you're ready for dropping it, then I'll come over just in case.
Mm. Already making a bloody web. Cheeky fucker. Signal strength meter, you
Yeah, I've never used one. I've never had one.
I've never aligned a satellite with one. I've aligned it with the other type of meter where you've got it's powered. It powers the LMB and you can then point it at whatever satellite.
When we had our satellite dish aligned, because it had gone out of alignment or something, it only cost
Oh,
us 20
Chris is
quid anyway.
pink. Chris has got a pink one.
Right, so what's the first planning then? Is it to
I think
tether that back end? Oh no, it's got to be on there.
it's going to
isn't
be
it?
on the winch rope. So the only thing to do is to stop it.
Just worried about it coming off here, aren't we?
Yeah. You know, we could go round any of these lattices and lattice it and tie it off to the base post.
Anything fancy? Right, that should not come off there.
So now we just need to get the nut out and
Yeah, that should be. We had that about on the balance point, didn't we?
yeah.
And you had a bar, didn't you? Where was that bar?
It should be back in the socket set.
No, you
No,
had a
the,
scrap bar.
Oh,
I've actually seen some
there it
bits
is.
of
It's on the
metal.
floor. Is that on the floor there?
Nope.
Where's my poking bar? There.
Maybe that's as big as the.
That's bigger, but
Might
it'll
be.
get it part of the way through.
Keep your face out of the way, George.
Yeah, that's a bit now. I'm sure I've seen some shorter ones. Oh, there we go. Maybe that'll do to get this started.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's it. Better not stand under it.
Got a nut for the end of that?
Funnily enough, down. It's probably with the still, probably with your things.
There
your
it is.
big
It's on the.
shifters.
Is it on the side?
So,
Yeah,
So that's now loose. So now, in theory, if we undo the winch and drop it all the way to the floor,
yeah,
because
I
there's
think
nothing to stop it cantilevering now.
perhaps just you would get out of the way, Paul, and maybe
Yeah.
just think, oh, think about escape routes, put that platform out of the way.
anyway.
That's it. She's on the floor.
Yeah, and I don't think that's
That's not going
not
anywhere.
going anywhere. But the other thing I can think really is to try to get really medieval on it and tie this off on here and push it off and then try to lower it down. Probably push it off that way because keep it away from these windows and things.
Mm.
Because I don't think lifting it's an option. So if we do something like
I'm just wondering if that lattice is going to be strong enough, Chris.
I would think so.
well, it's been holding it up all these years, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's not under torsional stress, is it?
No, it isn't. And but it's going to get a bit of a shock loading, but
Yeah. Well, we'll give it a go.
I think we'll give it a go.
There's bugger all else we can do.
Well, that's going to turn as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, we half expected it to, didn't we? You know, it is Manchester, for God's sake, it's got to rain.
Yeah. So we're going to try and lift it, but push it off at this side.
Yeah, I'm going to try and tighten this up. I've got a bit of leverage on there. That's all I can think to do.
So, we're not going to lift this off the top, or are we? We'll lift this vertically and then to the side, so that it
You've got
clears
to
the
lift
pit.
you've got to lift one of these lugs off and push it
Yeah,
that way.
push it sideways. So we don't want it too tight on. There's enough room here to lever it, and this will be strong enough to lever it vertically with that smashing bar.
Actually, I'm not happy with the way I've tied that. I think I'd have been better just going down that rather than down there. Redoing that. Because I think it could slip on the length of this loop.
Okay.
I'm not dead sure.
probably better off with this one, Paul, because this is heavier gauge.
Yeah. I am just thinking of supporting it. Yeah. You know, kind of get that.
That might be a better length, actually. Look.
Yeah. I'm just testing the theory at the minute.
And this one, we can actually undo these bolts and make it shorter.
Turn it into the usual rope pantomime.
You don't do that tying up thing at home, do you?
No.
If you do, I'll say you weren't very good at it. You're caught on the last at the top, Paul.
Yeah, I'm just looking for somewhere to. I'd rather jam it against the wall if I could. I'm just trying to leave the these bucket. That's better. Okay. In theory, that'll work. Is that one longer?
That might be longer, but it's certainly a heavier pole.
That's about the same as that one, I think.
Alright, I'm just saying that this is thick wool rather than thin wool.
It's about the same length, isn't it?
That should fit under that bracket at the end. If nothing else, I could tie something on the bracket as well. It looks like he used to have one of those square towers that went up against the wall there as well. Because we can wind it. No, we can't wind it anymore. That's about as far down as it'll go, isn't it?
Yeah, but that'd have to, if you wound that up
Up it.
just a little bit.
You could wedge it on.
Oh no, I couldn't. No.
You want this end up even further, don't you?
Yeah.
You go under there.
That's it. I'm gonna if I angle it just a bit, just to get that.
Put it in the hole. That's it. And
That's
it'll
what
be.
I'm trying to do.
Right,
There you
that might just about do it. But it is going to definitely fall when it goes.
Yeah, so you're better off on that side.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to stand under the bugger.
We are going to need poles. I mean, we might not be able to lift it. We're going to. What we're going to do is lift that off. Put that over one of them.
We need to do it both sides at the same time.
No, it's on the outside of that one, so it should move.
Yeah, that's true. It's just going to go up, isn't it? Do you want me to leave it while you hold the rope?
Yeah, and I think you might need something to jam in there so you can keep working at it. Can you then push the bar in again?
That's jammed in.
I'd be on this side, Paul.
Yeah, I'm coming through before you.
Right. You alright?
Yeah. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Is it held on the rope that I'm holding it with?
Yeah.
That's tight now.
Alright.
I've loosened off a
Let me
bit.
slacken off a bit. If I do with something to wedge it in when you create a gap. Alright, is that still tight my ropes again?
No.
Yeah, it is on them.
Was it on that first one? No, it's loose. Right. We're going to need...
So, a piece of wood to jam in then we've got it open.
There you go.
What do your bar?
What do you want?
I think he wants a bigger bar, wider bar. But once the crack opens up, we're going to jam a piece of wood in and then position a new bar in. Yeah. That's a bit wide, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah, but it's also 8 feet long.
Do you want one of these?
No,
Any of them?
no, this will
No.
be alright. This piece of wood will be fine.
Hang on. I just spotted something else.
That's it.
What about that?
Done it.
Keep out the way now.
Right. Shall we move everything off the floor
Oh yeah,
before
tools and that, yeah.
tools and that? If we put them all inside,
It's not
before
going to go
I-
anywhere at the moment, so just take it steady with that.
because otherwise it's going to go over and hit everything, I'm sure.
So this could fall horribly wrong, so it's quite good to get it live on camera.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
For the insurance.
Anyone remember that film with Eric Sykes and Tommy Cooper, The Removal Men?
I think the piano was lighter than one of these, though.
Yeah, I'd say so. The old Joanna. Let's grab those tools as well.
You ready, Grandad? Ready, Del boy?
Anything else? Um,
No.
I don't know if we want to move any of this stuff, but we should be okay, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go far. It's going to just drop on the side of here, it's not going to go anywhere. Unless it pulls the tower up, pulls that over, which is possible. I doubt it.
I
Bonus.
doubt it. That'll save us undoing it if it does.
I'm
Bars
keeping
here
this
just
loose,
so
so
that
I'm going to let it go if it goes. I'm going to let it go to the floor.
Right. We're ready to go right over?
Yeah, I don't think it'll go. I'll probably get stuck halfway.
Yeah. That's it. Let's. Hang on.
Keep doing that nice and steady. Might be alright. Okay, it's going to fall out at some point shortly, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what's holding it.
There's all, isn't it?
It's a bit of earth line.
Can you spin it? You might not have to be under there, George. You might just have to spin the whole thing. You know, you can go through lighters. Can you turn it? Can you rotate it? I think it's actually on my rope now.
Yeah. See, it's balancing on Paul's pole actually.
That's why I put the pole here, because I didn't want it to. This gives me a chance to throw it when the weight comes off it.
I don't know if you can push that end vertically at all, Paul.
No, not a chance. I tried.
It's sort of jammed on my ropes. You know.
Do you think you can get your rope out from?
Oh, it's tight on there. That's what it's tight on. It's tight on the rope.
Get it back towards you, George. I'm going to take the weight off this because I think this might be actually stopping it. Try that. Better.
Can you rotate it with that pole? Can you use that like a...
I could if all this stuff was out of the way, I think, yeah.
I don't know, it's pretty caught on my thing that I put to save it.
You want to take it out, Chris? And we'll just push it over.
Well, I think let's press it over a little bit more. I think that could do with I think the rope has actually got stuck in the channels. That's what's happened to it.
Right.
That's the thing. Problem with the bar, right? Everything's stuck in the rope that I'm trying to lower it on.
So if I put the bar in there, a little bit like that, you can now free off your rope.
That's very true. That should be fairly free there. I can't really understand why it isn't just rolling off there now.
Because that pole isn't letting it twist.
Right, okay.
I'm going to get the way of the pole then.
Take a rest section of it, probably. And a heart attack.
If you can lever it up now, and I'll lever it this way.
Nope. See, it won't roll because it's now in between two lattices. You might have to undo them bolts and split the pole.
Yeah.
Either that or just get a hacksaw and cut it.
We'll take this off.
Yeah.
It's a bit overkill. But
As I say, if you want, there's an angle grinder in that
Yeah.
cardboard box. Just plug it in, there's a mains behind you. Just cut through it with a cutting disc. Nuts, I think, to the other side.
Time bar.
Smile for the camera.
Where's the angle grinder?
In the cardboard box in there. There should be two of them. There's a bigger one and a little one.
Is one of them cordless or are they both?
No, they're both corded.
Yeah.
There's your red main, so you just pull that one along to you, go wherever you need it to be. You can unplug the other lead because that's the wood cutter.
You don't want to be under there.
No, I'm not going to be.
You want to be this side of it. Bring it this side because if the thing falls that side, you'll never get the angle grinder out.
Yeah, true. I'm not going out now.
Right. Kids next door.
I heard somebody knocking.
Hopefully that should now split the pole. If you've got enough space to get it out. If not, just cut through the bloody pole. should only be aluminium. Is that better? Give you a bit more space?
Would we get any more room if we just move some stuff out of the way?
That's what
No,
I'm
it's
just thinking.
against the wall, isn't it?
I'm just thinking if we move all of this.
It's all fine.
There we go.
Right. I'll lift it. Can you split it?
No.
No, cut the pole.
That'll come out now, won't it?
That
Yeah.
should come out, yeah.
Hang on.
That's tight.
Hang on.
Just everything's against it, isn't it?
It's ready to go outside. I'll get the bar out. That's what I mean, it's gone.
Yeah. Hang on. Caught again.
Oh, that foam's got really
If you
good.
pull that out,
Hang on. It's gone now, is it?
that's it, it's over, it's out.
Or is it dropping though?
Because it's caught on the bar. Right. Everybody clear?
Yeah. I have to pull your bar out and do.
I think the ropes were getting punched in them, pinched in them bloody sections, channels.
Pull. Feel that on the back.
Right. So it's
We're
sort of-
loose. So it's held on by the rope now.
Yeah.
I think what's happened is the rope's jamming in the sections.
Pinched in that lattice.
I can only think to cut the rope and have another go at tying it on again.
I can do that.
Cut the rope, it'll just drop there, won't it?
Just cut
No,
the rope.
no, it's not going anywhere at the moment. It's
Depends where we cut it, but yeah,
Yeah.
if we cut the rope, it'll just fall on the floor. It's this one here
yeah, it's
that's
getting
tight.
jammed.
If we cut it there, it's on the floor.
Yeah, but I didn't want it to just drop.
Well, hit that tree first.
Yeah, but we could still ease it down if we put it on the rope. Let's tie this off. This is crap old rope, and then cut it, and then at least it won't drop to the floor. I only brought this because it was old rope that isn't going to get used. Let's tie it off again. Let's see if we can find somewhere where the rope won't get pinched.
Well, unless you put it round all three sections, but then will it get pinched, you know? The only other thing is to put it through the hole of the... over that one under this one.
Yeah, somebody just says go down to the bottom and rotate it. That was for when we were levering it off.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we thinking about that now, maybe if I'd gone down to the bottom and twisted
twisted
it.
it, it would have come off,
But what they couldn't see on here is I've got a pole underneath it at this end,
jamming it in.
which meant that it wouldn't rotate. But if we'd maybe done that before I stuck the pole under, that would have worked.
It's the channel which is it's just designed to trap rope. It's all angles.
Yeah.
all funny angles, and every piece tracks the road.
Well, that's why it wouldn't go up any further. It's bloody flex that he was using to hold up that.
Oh, that thing I pulled off it earlier on.
It's off now. It's got a couple of broken bits. Do some welding.
Can you just feed me some earth, because it's just
Yeah, where am I going?
I just want to pull it. I'm trying to pull the rope, but it's just
Right, yeah,
doing
go
it. Everything's all, like I say, it's all angles.
Angles and sections. I did them at school. Now somebody's got a chainsaw going.
Yeah. Well, you find out the next door neighbour's got a long reach higher.
Drives a crane to lift it over the house. Because there ain't no telegraph poles.
Actually, we can just probably put a few bikes round here and it'll some friction just hold it.
What's being said there? We need to get the Boy Scouts out of the canal.
What people can't see is all this undergrowth, which is spiky thorn bushes, which is grabbing this rope. Right, so that's fairly tight that now, so now we can hack this
Cut
up.
that one.
It's going to move. Careful, Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
Right out of the way.
Right, she's on your rope now.
Now it's still stand wall.
Oh, which one's your one? I don't want to go through the one you've got.
That's a good point, actually.
That one's your one.
God, don't we
Yeah, you know which one. If you,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
this.
fine.
Yeah, I was going to say use loppers and cut it at distance.
hoping this might fail gradually.
Still on something.
Yeah, it's because it's totally jammed in these channels.
Easy as that.
Can we rotate it so it doesn't land on the winch?
Yeah, maybe. Might need that
Maybe
bar
put
in
that pole in it and just twist it over, yeah.
there. Get the bar in again. It's got some weight on it there. Needs to come down a bit more. Can you let any more go, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I haven't got anything on it now, the rope's loose. Oh no, it's on, yeah,
There we
it's
go.
on
That's
that.
it.
Is that alright there?
Yeah, now we've just got to dig down round this base and undo the, or cut them off, one of the two.
Because you know it's all about the bass.
It's all about the base.
No treble.
No treble. It's been no treble.
God, that was so easy.
Once you've edited your live stream down, it'll look like we've done it in 7 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be interesting going through the chat later.
Yeah, no, I keep trying to look.
See, I'm sure everybody's had
Oh,
much
see
better
you later,
ideas
Brett.
than we have. This is driving me mad, this. You wouldn't believe how bad and unsafe the conditions are underfoot. You cannot put a foot anywhere without pushing over some vines or something.
Yeah, maybe if Simon could have been bothered to drive up from that London,
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
you
we'd
could
have
self it
we'd
through
have,
your
we'd have had it
friends
done in
out
no
and try and
time.
Take a tower down. Oh, that's good.
My name is Tallulah.
Oh, grief. Yeah, bugs him alone.
That was a film, that was. I enjoyed that film. Not a fancier of pop
No,
plants.
not anymore.
Not these days, eh? Is there a shovel somewhere?
I thought I saw something shovel-like in there.
Knew you'd like that,
Rather than
Simon.
I thought.
See, even Simon Spies gets a mention.
Oh yeah, of course he does. If he could have been bothered to drive up here and help us, we'd have been done in no time. We could
Yeah.
have been in the pub now.
He could have, he would have, he's a mechanical genius.
Oh yeah, it's the ball.
He's a technological magical genius.
Yeah, technological genii.
Yeah.
You got that bar again?
Yeah.
There's one of the nuts.
I bet the other one's underneath the lattice.
I think there's only 3.
Yeah, but the other one will be under the lattice.
Yeah, well, we'll have to manhandle 3 of us to lift and hoist.
You're going to have to cut them off, aren't you?
I don't know. I might ratchet out.
If we've got something big enough to fit it, that'll be a problem. We might have, but not get that.
Go in the back of your Skoda, this goes.
Yeah. Well, the last tower, I did put the base post of this in the back of the car in the Toyota.
We get your angle grinders on it, we can cut it down into manageable sections.
Yeah, that'd work.
Crazy glue it back together.
Yeah.
One careful owner, just put a bit of tape and foil over it, and over there.
Tack weld it. be fine.
Chuckle Brothers are still live.
Yeah.
To me, to you.
To me, to you. Hey, at least it's not the crankies.
It's just to me now, though, isn't it?
To me, to me. To me, to me.
Because one of them's...
Not chuckling anymore.
He has ceased to chuckle.
Yep. We might have something in that big nut buggering gun that'll fit.
It's
that.
over there on the socket set.
It's a tray of.
There's a grey tray on top of the socket set.
Oh yeah.
One, yeah.
We need big nut fucking
you want
things.
Yeah. Hopefully that big one might just fit it.
Spiders everywhere.
Is it going to fit? That's the question. No. No.
Is that one too big?
The nuts
The
too
nut's
big.
too big.
Right.
Just hit them with the angle grinder.
You'll be there a while angle grinding them off, but...
Well, no, not if you just do the nut.
Yeah, okay.
You don't actually want to cut the base of the tower.
It's under that
We
ball
might
beam.
get them undone.
Well, yeah, you've got the nut fucking wrench.
Somewhere.
Is it buried under there? I'll put it in the pocket.
That one.
That one.
Oh, you had a bigger one than that.
That's what Maggie said to him before they got married, but after they got married it was too late.
You know, you can never remember the correct way to put an adjustable on. It goes on a certain way, doesn't it?
Whichever way it fits, usually.
Yeah, but one way the jaws have got more strength than the others. I don't think we're going to move that. You need a bar on it.
Well, we've certainly got enough bits of metal.
Yeah, but I think it'll probably snap the thing. We could try it, but
Get that big bar that you were using before, Paul.
Yeah. Well, there's a few.
I don't
Choose.
think it's going to go.
No.
No, it's actually the head of the thing that's moving.
Angle grinders.
Was it a grinding disc or cutting disc?
It's a cutting disc.
It's a cutting disc.
So I just like to line up my femoral artery with everything.
Yeah, mind you would.
Loose jaw on the leading edge, WD-40.
I think this job calls for a bit more than WD-4.
Yeah.
Oh, the goose is saying hello to the locals.
Sunday dinner.
I think they're dead now.
Graham says he missed the tower coming off.
Who did?
Graham.
Oh, there.
Big hammer?
Big hammer, lump hammer.
Big
Yep.
hammer.
There.
This is, could have done with some chisels. We haven't got any chisels, have we?
I haven't brought any metal chisels. I ain't got any decent cold chisels. That's half a nut. Yeah. Oh, my legs are going to be all scratched up.
That's one off. Only another 6 to go.
5?
5. Well, there's 2 on each of these things.
Yeah, and there's only 3 points.
Alright, we're going to need another disc. I brought some cutting
I
discs.
brought a second
Yeah,
grinder.
all of that disc was glowing red while you were cutting it, wasn't just the edges.
Hot stuff.
I'll tell you what, I'll use what's left of that disc because it'll get halfway down. It'll get halfway down.
As I say, there's another disc on the other grinder out there. In fact, it's a smaller machine, so it might actually fit in better.
I'll have to send you out to McDonald's in a minute, George. Dinner time. Ooh, apples.
Next door. That one's hanging over the side there. Well, go on then. If you're that hungry, you'll climb through that.
Brett says if he knew there was a McDonald's on offer, he'd have come as well.
I'm going to need another
did?
disc.
Correct.
Well, There is.
Still time, Brett.
Go on, Brett. Off you come.
Simon's on his way.
Grab the other grinding machine out the box. We'll put that one on it then. If that one's knackered.
It's sitting there, I can't go any deeper.
Mm. There we go. Fit in a bit better.
Oh, okay, thank you. Is that one any deeper?
Don't know. Certainly a smaller machine, so it might get in. You always the guards off.
I usually do.
Have you noticed? I'm safety conscious. I've actually got the guard still on the machine. Get this one out here.
Yeah, we're cutting the bolts off.
Just feel I can chisel that out of the way because that one's grounding out on its harbour as well. It's because of the length of the studs.
Well, we can cut the studs off. They're not fussed about that.
Yeah, there's even more metal to go through there.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
there?
just a lot more metal, like you say.
This was a chisel.
They've been under the ground for so many years that they're just not shifting.
I think we need to do a bit more cutting, I'm afraid. Can you grab my angle grinder? I don't think battery won't last long in it, but we'll have a go. Yellow one in the box.
Hey, you still got the guard on it. You said you took them off.
And can you swap me batteries for the one on the
On the nut fucker.
on the nut bucket on here? Yeah. It just lasts about a second on here.
Oh, shit.
Button at the front.
Yeah, no,
Push the
I'm just
button on.
locking that. Let's see if I can. There you go.
Sure, I'm through that now, but it doesn't seem to want to come off.
That bit
Let's
is.
see if I can.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stand up a minute and have a rest. Maybe I'll give it a whack.
Oh. Paul's going to whack.
Where am I going?
You're going to whack it off. No,
One
you want to
side
go
of
to the nut.
To the nut, one side of it, and just work
There?
it. Yeah.
No, at the side of that. Not straight into this,
Right.
but onto
Yeah.
the nut there at the
Yeah.
bottom.
That's what I mean, that bit at the bottom,
Yeah.
I've probably got a fabulous view of my arse.
Start to move.
Ow.
Don't tighten it up. You want to hit the other one.
Yeah, I know, but it's.
Hopefully it should just open up and fall off if you get lucky. It's just difficult because that's not got a chisel end on it, has it?
No.
Well, It's loose now. Can you actually get a pair of pliers on it? Because if it's actually loose, you might be able to undo it before it wouldn't budge. Got half the tension off it now. It might undo if you can get a pair of.
So if I could split it there. The angle grinder.
Cockles.
Oh yeah.
It's got a lot of disc left on that. You might not be able to get in with it.
I just might be able to get just enough on it.
Just to cut the bit over so it's less than halfway. It's off now. Pretty much.
We might find it just pops off when we try and lever it off. We've got a bit of leverage at the top of the tower.
Just can't get over there.
I'm surprised we didn't have anything big enough to undo it with.
What we don't want to do is bend that stud because we will end up having to cut it off then.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't get the swing, can you?
Right, flat the grinder.
So I was just thinking. Stop bouncing.
That's good.
It's off.
Good. As I say, it'll ping off as soon as you start levering it. It's got a
Yeah,
lot of
that will.
leverage here.
Right, so I suppose this one's the easiest one next. The last one will be underneath that.
Yeah, he was up the
root
beginning.
here.
Zoom you out a little bit again. Must have had a fabulous view of my backside then. Where were you while we were getting right? Slowly walking down the hall. Give me a bit of music, Manchester music.
That'll get Paul's safety glasses.
Jesus.
Well, you can see something.
No. Hi, I'm George. Welcome to the channel.
Hi, folks.
Hi, folks.
Oh, it's just next to your leg there. It might be worth trying a spanner at it because you should have released all the tension on the bolt. It might be still on one. It's leaving. Oh, yeah, it's leaving. It's coming apart now.
It's alright, I can't see feck all anyway. Go on.
I was like trying to get back up as well.
Don't reach 50.
Yeah, I was going to say, who'd have thought it that we're not 20 anymore? Just try and do it, maybe, Paul, because it might be easier than fighting with it. It might
Where's your
be,
span
it'll
on
be
it?
dead loose.
There we go.
If you can get the spanner on it, but I bet it's loose. Yeah. Maybe not. Thought that might have just come undone.
Some more. Choose an angle blind. Do you want to use?
Any?
Try that
Might
one
have a bit
first.
more blade on it. Just,
That's broke.
was it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It went that way. I didn't feel it go.
Sound concrete then.
Yeah. It's a bit wet. Over there.
Get it while it's off.
Solid, aren't they?
Yeah.
When you think of what they're holding up, I'm not surprised they're a bit decent.
Yeah, they might be a structural grade fault. Mind you, I don't think it's in probably the mild steel bars, probably in a lot too much.
It's not actually shifting it at all.
This way.
So it's this side.
Yeah, hit that side and it should start to undo in theory.
Let's have a look.
So I'm trying to split off, you can see it moving. I hope your aim at home is better than that.
It's
Not for moving.
not doing anything. That.
Have a rest a second. I'll give it a smack for 5 minutes.
That moved. A fraction, but it moved.
I think that's just going to cut in again. That's quite a deep nut, that. If it was cut all the way through like the other ones, well, it would just knock off. But
Yeah, yeah,
you'll never go at it.
yeah.
Team glasses. Oh, concrete.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if the concrete block is about 3 foot cubed.
£11.80, George.
Thank you very much. Super chats, thank you.
We'll nearly have enough for 3 McDonald's soon.
Yeah. Do you want to do some driving, seeing as you haven't been able to for a little while?
No, I'm alright, thanks.
Justy?
Yeah, been on for nearly 3 hours. Yeah, we're plugged in.
Oh,
Oh, no, we're
another
not.
Super chat, thank you.
Yeah, we're not plugged in, Simon, actually.
Oh. Yeah, it needs to be on the blue extension lead. There it is down there.
Right, yeah.
Well, turn it round, twist it out from underneath. Oh, no, 'cause
Alright.
you've got to balance it on something.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's round leg, isn't it? That's why.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Just do it around there, George.
Do it there and put it on there. And then balance that on the wheelie bin.
There.
No, on the wheelie bin.
Oh, right, okay. There we go.
Otherwise, it's not long enough. Because that's the one from my car. Can we see Chris there?
Why is you talking like that then, George?
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe because we're in the garden.
Yeah.
And I got Chris's glasses.
I'm thinking of Charlie's Dimmocks.
I am thinking of Charlie's Dimmocks.
Hummocks.
Oh, I'm too old for this.
Is it not budged?
No, I've done it, so
Alright, excellent. Nice
No,
one.
just got the other side.
I might as well have a grind at that one. I'll give you them back. I'll grind it a little bit.
Yeah, just push it over, it'll snap them off now.
Yeah, right. Maybe if the towel was still on it.
That rotator looks like a spaceship part, doesn't it?
Yeah. Doggies.
I like dogs. Couldn't eat a whole one, but I like dogs.
I've heard you can eat 2 hot dogs.
Oh, I can definitely eat 2 dogs, yeah.
Mm.
You're alright down there, Chris. Do you want to swap over?
I think I'm just struggling with the guard on it. I think we're going to struggle with this one, even when we do get it cut, we won't be able to get the angle to get the bar on it.
There's the first casualty.
That's moving. Yes, we'll have to move it
We
sometime.
still got to move it to get to the 2 under here.
That was the good one as well.
What was a good one, eh?
Oh, I just showed them the first casualty.
Well, we get the disc off of that one and put it on there.
Get enough super caps to be able to afford a new disc.
True. I haven't bought any new discs.
You got Patreon?
I have, but I haven't got anything set up on it.
Ah.
I think we're going to have to change discs. Have you got the tool for changing the discs? I've got
I
a
know
little
you've got it,
box.
I've seen it.
I have indeed. I have got the
I'll
tool.
do your swap. We find some disc. I think that's a heavier machine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit more grunty. I don't know which machine this one came from, but it's...
I didn't know you were changing
Yes,
disc
it
on
is.
that one. I thought you were changing this one. discs?
They're in the box. Should be some in there.
That fat one?
No, that's a grinding disc. There should be some thin cutting discs.
That one?
Yeah.
A bit funky there, but should be right.
Spinny things.
This is a metal disc, isn't it?
It won't be for wood.
I think that might be for block work.
Oh,
Is there a
bring the
metal one
selection
there?
out.
Yeah. Is the other one the same?
That's your stone cutter. That just doesn't say, that's the one we were just looking at. And then there's this one. Don't know what that one is.
I think that one's metal. Not sure about that because it shows block work on it, so I don't know if that's
Yeah,
for stone.
bricks, yeah.
Just put on what I had. I think we're going to run out of disc before we get very far.
Yeah, this is a steel one, it says on it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a grinding disc, so
Yeah. Might help though.
I think it'll take some
grinding.
grinding.
Right, so yeah, it's unplugged, so
Chuck it in my pocket if we need it.
Will be your swap.
yeah, glasses for glasses.
Keep following up with them, I think.
Fireworks!
I missed the note now. I think I've cut through it, but I don't think there's any chance of getting it off. I think there's a swing on it. We've got to probably move this mask to one side anyway if we can. I don't think it'll move that. That's what your boss is doing.
Oh yeah. You
Falling off them bands.
want to see where you're going.
Just got them safety glasses. It's not quite. Not there, but it's not. Yeah, it's just not quite through to the thread bits. So, was it this one they used?
Yeah, the bigger. 22 watching, thank you very much. I know I haven't done anything for a while, and it's great to see so many people here. This is not a normal video for me, but I thought while we were busy and doing other bits, it might be fun to go live and actually share what we're doing. And you know, the fact that I've got green hair instead of blue, and Cody's is working, which you don't normally see. Normally you just see his fingers doing his magic on those Roberty radios.
On the rest.
It's just that angle, isn't it?
I think that's true, isn't it?
Is it not? It's just not right, I don't think.
I'm going to lift that car out of the boot of my car, I think. Just get rid of it and shift it. And
I'm going to wonder if I could drag this mast to one side a little bit.
yeah, I'll give you a hand.
You just see. That's actually keeping all far.
It's not actually as heavy as we thought, is it?
Maybe. Still think it'd be 4 or 5 people.
4 or 5 people would be better, yeah.
I think it'd definitely take 4 or 5 to lift it to an area.
Especially to move it that distance.
It depends if Mr. Spires can be asked to come up and help.
Yeah, you know, that Simon Spires should come up and play.
Simon Spires is really strong, I've heard, with Herculean strength. I think he'd put one under each arm.
In fact, what we could do while we're waiting for it is if we undo this pulley, this will then release that, and we can just winch that together and keep it on the table. No, just leave it on there because that's attached to the base.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, just undo that, take the whole loop out and just wind it up on the winch. Yes, it's 17. Might need one for the other side as well, but I think it's 17. Let's just check it before we... 19 or 21. Probably 19 because that's what the cage bolts were. So there'll be the ones on that side. There we go.
That's it. That's just a really deep one. Bigger than the other ones, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. It goes straight down onto the metal plate underneath. That's turning now.
Not wide enough for that, we need a big one.
That'll do. need something to knock that pulley out.
There is a hammer in my box, if you want another one.
I'll give you those back, and that's the bolt for it.
You're not pull out. Do you want to have a rest, Paul?
Nearly done.
So I'll sit this off.
And, have you got the controller for the rotator?
No,
Right, that's gone.
all the gear that was inside is gone.
It's still here.
Well, alright, all that gear's here.
There you go, it's off.
I think we're going to have to do some excavating to get at the last two, aren't we?
Yeah.
It still feels remarkably solid. I thought it would have been moving now a bit. Solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we'll go under there, don't we?
Yeah. Under the balls.
Should be factoring in for this one.
I'm guessing around about here.
You know what, I'm going to stand here and be useless a minute because I just feel shat. Give me a minute, do I use my gloves?
Yeah, can do.
I just need to have a stand up a sec. Cut some of the exposed open to cut.
Large bit of metal. In fact, it's a looks like a pulley bit. An old pulley bit for the tower. Never mind. Wasn't attached. Oh, there's one. There's the other. good wire in the garden.
Some
Radials.
radials, yeah.
That's a fair way down. There's the edge of the metal plate that these bolts go to. Jesus Christ. I think next time we're going to need an house for.
Every home should have one.
Yeah. An house for an Aspires.
I think we could have combined it with the trip to Goldbarn.
I did think about it.
I think there's any bolts in the middle of the plate. Just seems very solid.
There isn't usually.
I was wondering whether it might be welded to the plate at the bottom.
Well, there are 4 feet. It's welded to 4 flat plates.
But I just wondered whether the whole plate might come up rather than the...
It just seems
lattice
solid,
off.
even though you'd think they wouldn't
Yeah.
have undone all but one. You'd think it
The
would
only
rock
other
a
thing
bit.
I can think of is getting a car jack in under the grooves and jacking it.
Yeah, I mean, if I was coming
Once-
in, I'd bring
once-
some chisels, big flat chisels.
Once we cut them out, but they're exposed. Not, yeah.
I'll do some cutting.
Is there one left in or two?
So,
Two.
depends if we run out of disc before we run out of knots, I think. I think it's quite likely we'll run out of
Discs.
disc. Who's got the safety gigs?
Right, all right.
So swap with them.
Swap again. I don't know which one I want to attack first, if you can get into them.
We'll get into it like this, isn't it? The discs will hold it.
Well, lots of people are left.
How many's on there now?
11. No, it's not just you that gets tired quickly, Brett. You know, we're old. You're not even 50 yet, even if it is birthday. Yeah, come on, Brett. You know, at least you're still only in your 40s. The rest of us, we're ancient. You've also got to remember, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning to get here.
Not like that Simon's Fires.
Not like that, yeah, not like that Simon's Fire Caesar. It's half an hour till the truck's alive. Alright.
Yeah, I think they're just built to this.
You just chipped a little bit at the top there, yeah.
Jammed. Pretty much trim up.
Might do.
These were better for you.
Hot work discs.
somehow just on the top itself.
I used to have some molded goods and I used to have chain nailing across the
I don't know what happened to them. It probably happened. Looks like everybody's going to be leaving for the cruncher stream soon. We'll probably sign off just before Graham gets on air, so that we're not in competition with him. We'll be at this a little while longer. The light is already starting to go. Certainly got overcast. It started out as a bright sunny day when I left home and when I was on the way down here, and it's now on fire.
The twatty stick then.
The twatty stick's there, yes. Twatty stick and the twatty hammer. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you have enjoyed it. I know it's been sort of just watching what's going on, but I thought it'd be more interesting than sitting there on a Sunday morning watching, I don't know, songs of praise at 11 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock we had the remembrance, 2-minute silence, which, yeah. So, yeah, watching the cenotaph and remembering those who fell in all the wars. It has been fun. Cheers, Simon. Well, you're going to hang on as long as it's on, will you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, about time we saw more of your layout, Brett, apart from the tunnel. We need to see the rest of it.
I've heard about Brett's tunnel. It's very dark in there.
Mm.
He doesn't often talk about his tunnel.
No.
It's an unknown medical condition.
Ah. So it's not like carpal tunnel.
Not quite.
Isn't carpal what that James Corden does?
Carpool karaoke.
It's going to take months, if not years. Well, what you been doing? You've been faffing about, have you, Brett? You should have had that done in 10 minutes. It's only a layout, for God's sake. No, it's just nailing down a bit of track and you'll be fine. You know, choo-choo. No, I do know how long it takes.
Laying down track, isn't that what Simon does?
He does dirt tracking.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, Simon does dirt tracking. He likes doing dirt tracking while watching Andy. The Odd Hunter, how many more have you got now, Brett, since the last time?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, what was that? Colin's here too, yes. 2 screens running. 2 more. Bit of a Hunter King. Let's hit that one. Never watched a live video before. Went back and watched the highlights and tried to catch the highlights. You guys, yeah, we try. Thanks very much. There.
Just try running it off to save the disk.
What, sorry?
I'm sure I can try it with just to try and save the disk because
Yeah.
it's all we've got.
Yeah, we're down to our last cutting disc, and we've got still got 1 nut to cut. Yeah, apart from the 3 nuts here.
It is loose.
Is it another deep nut?
Probably just difficult to get in there. It's caught in
Just needs pulling off.
That edge there, and then it'll knock off.
Yes, yeah. We have kept the expletives down to a minimum. Nobody said any really rude words, have we?
I said F and Jeff.
F and Jeff.
Yeah.
And we do have the Swedish nutfuckers, but that's what they're known in the trade, aren't they? They're known as Swedish nutfuckers.
Was it spanner?
Yeah.
There's the big one.
Should just come off that, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah. You'd think there's not enough nut left to call it a nut anymore, is there?
No.
Not like the 3 nuts over here.
Onto a 20 odd mil socket.
Yeah.
Would have been so much easier.
Hello, Mike. Why's I missed that in the chat? Why is Paul bend over? He likes bending over. Yeah, it's his favourite position on the floor. Mind you, the tartan underwear, it's custom.
Looks really tight, that.
The one thing that we do have to, Mike, the one thing we do have to remember is the guy who owned this and had this fitted, unfortunately he's passed away, and that's why we're here to remove this on behalf of his relatives, because obviously not many people want a 60-foot tower in their garden. It's only us mad radio amateurs that will do that sort of thing. And
Yeah, go on. It's on
Paul's having his legs given up. He's got to pull his trousers up as well, otherwise he'll be flashing everybody.
I've broken my leg again.
You've broken your leg again?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Paul's leg's broken.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it is. It's flexing.
Do we need some gaffer tape?
No. Need some Araldite. I'll fix it again.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a new leg at 600.
Why was it in your recommended? I don't know. Maybe you like watching guys do stupid things with radio towers. Are you a radio amateur? Maybe. But
There'll be a film about it soon. It's called The Men That Stare at Towers.
yeah, it's bacon strip. Yeah.
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 That's moving. That's coming off.
It's been a fun project, obviously, and we're just going to do this, and we're not going to be.
It's just solid, that.
Yeah. I don't know why it's still solid on the floor. Well, apart from the fact that it's solid. So we might
We'll
need
have
to
to tackle and pull it over.
Maybe, but what we've got to tackle it to.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's not like we can lift it onto. I don't know, that bracket up there.
Gee. That is that.
Yeah.
Right, okay. We are coming to the time where Graham's stream is on, and we don't want to clash with Graham. So
I think they've come off. It's that
Yeah.
base, I think.
Yeah, it's not. all-
taking down a radio mast. It's a 60-foot radio mast, and unfortunately the previous owner has passed away, and we're taking it away on behalf of the family. The base metal, no, it's actually bolted down, but there are 4 flat feet on the bottom of each of the diagonal sections. So if you can imagine, there's a flat plate under the bottom like that, Brett, and that
Set into this.
is then sat on the concrete.
When I was doing this one
And,
down here, I cut into the metal plate underneath.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a big metal plate. If that's set onto the concrete, we're really going to struggle.
It will be sat on the concrete rather than. So we might have to try and, I don't know, pull it vertically. But that's why I was thinking we might end up having to cut the bolts off completely rather than try and lift it.
Maybe I've got a layer of concrete on top.
That's what I was thinking.
Take you over for a look. Okay, right, yeah, before we go, let me just get my hand out the way of the camera and just turn the camera around.
think your base is concreted in, George. That's why it's not shifting. I think you probably need a pneumatic breaker.
Possibly. An SDS breaker. Yeah, that's off.
This is loose. That one's loose as well now. It's just one. We've got one left to get if we can sort of get through with the grinder, unless there's any buried in there.
I doubt if there is.
Let's have a look. I can't really see the metal though that it's sat on. That's what I don't understand why the actual metal is.
Got it here.
Because that's
There's this plate.
Yeah, so you've got the plate there.
Yeah, that's a metal plate, and that is set into the concrete. So you're not going to get it out without a breaker. It's got absolutely no play in it at all. That's a concrete block, isn't it? That's. If you pull all of this back here, look. You see the square? It's set in.
So they've actually buried the base in the
Yes.
in the concrete, bastard.
That's what I mean. You're
He
going to
did
need a
it.
breaker.
He did it too well.
I can't quite tell where the metal starts and where.
It's only about half an inch down from the concrete. Like I said, if you look at this one here, Chris, where I've cut into it.
That one's quite high up, but this is probably where the concrete was deeper. The hole was deeper, and he's filled it.
Yeah.
It might not be set in. He might have just grouted onto it because normally when you put structural steel work and you bolt it down, but you leave a gap and you grout it. So
Yeah.
he could have just floated a grout under it.
Might be able to just hit it with the bar and the hammer
If we're lucky.
if we're lucky.
But it should be long enough, this thing. If we start rocking it, I would have thought it would break out if it was going to.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you everybody for the super chats.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, there's the camera. Oh, here's the camera. Oh, no, it's around the other
Yeah,
side.
go
Yeah.
around there,
Go around there.
you go. Big thumbs up from me.
Bye.
And we're going to let everybody go off and watch Graham's stream. Go and find the Radio Cruncher, and he'll be doing his stream. And yeah, take care. And I'll hopefully be doing a video soon. Take care, guys. See you all later. Bye now. Right.
Bye, folks.
Bye, guys. Yes. Thank you very much. Take care.